is part 2 of chat number 195 titled The Truth About Willpower, and your homework was hashtag I have the power. So in the second half, we're going to spend the whole second half talking about willpower, or talking about not needing willpower. So in the first half, we were talking about that no one has more or less of it. It's not a muscle that you can exercise. It's not anything that you can make stronger, but you do have the power to make choices that will make you feel more in control, and you will be more in control. One of my pre-Weight Watchers vices was to hide and eat things. I did it. Not gonna lie. I would hide and eat things, and it made me feel good for the 2 seconds that it was in my mouth, and I felt great, and I felt, victorious, and like I was getting away with something. The sneaking was oddly fun. I don't know. The sneaking was like, I don't know why. I have no idea why, but the sneaking was part of the best part of it. And I would almost dare somebody to catch me. Like I'd be sitting there, in the closet or whatever, eating a Snickers bar, or, I don't know. I picked a Snickers bar this time. But anyway, just, sitting there eating and thinking, I dare somebody to come home and catch me eating this. And I don't know why that was fun for me. But then I always afterward hated myself. Always hated myself afterward. And did I need more willpower? Many times I would think, gosh, if I just had more willpower, I wouldn't do this. If I just had more willpower, I wouldn't have eaten that. If I just had more willpower. No, I didn't need more willpower. Did not need any more willpower. And thank you, Carolyn, and thank you, Barbara, for buying your QCs from Casey. I did not need any more willpower. What I needed was enough self-love to know why I was hiding, and why I was gorging myself, and why I was daring witnesses to find me. So I had to figure that out. And somehow, again, I think I wanted to be caught. So now I just try to get ahead of it, because hashtag I have the power. So usually when I was binging, it would either be potato chips, French fries, raw cookie dough. I know, I'm a rebel. I ate raw cookie dough, or uncooked brownie batter. It was oddly specific. Really seriously, it was oddly specific. That was kind of my repertoire. And whatever was going on determined what I was going to choose. So what it was going to be of those, usually one of those 4 things. My grandmother passed away while we were sitting there with her. I ate an entire roll of cookie dough before John came to get Casey. Literally ate an entire roll of cookie dough. Didn't even realize I had eaten it. He came in to get Casey and he said, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "I don't know. What are you talking about? I was just waiting on you to come to get her." And he goes, "Did you just eat all that?" And I had eaten an entire roll of cookie dough. When I used to have stressful days at work, and we had a hideous time right before my dad closed his company. But when I would have a hideous time at work, I would go through the drive-thru and get a large thing of French fries. The hotter and the saltier, the better. If I was feeling meh, just like nothing specific, just feeling sorry for myself, or didn't want to do something, or trying to get out of doing something, I would eat an entire bag of potato chips with a half a gallon of skim milk. I think I just prefer skim milk. It's not that I was trying to outweigh the potato chips with the skim milk, but it was very specific. Okay, but I've been doing WW for 25 years now. Have I had bad days? Yeah. Have I felt meh? Sure. Have I felt like that this week? You betcha. You bet you. But do I have any more willpower than I had the first day? So at year 25, do I have more willpower than I had on the very first day? No. Nope, not anymore. I just try to make it hard to do what I shouldn't do. Remember that from the first part? So I try to make it hard to do what I shouldn't do and really don't want to do. And then likewise, I make it easy to do what I should do and really what I want to do. So without even realizing it, I've been using the hard and easy, theory from today. So I can't cover every possible emotion, celebration, desire, situation in under 30 minutes, but I can hit some very important ones to me. So, we could talk on and on and on and on and on about emotional eating. We could talk about, situational eating. We have lots of those topics, and we talk about them all, all the time, all throughout the year. So I can't go into exact details, on all of those and why these things happen. But we've got about 22 minutes to cover, quite a bit of it. So what I can hit, one thing you got to remind yourself of, you can't eat what you don't bring home. So if you never go through the McDonald's drive-thru and pick up those French fries, how much willpower does it take for me? How much willpower does it take for me to eat a bag of potato chips that I never bought? None, because they don't exist. Those potato chips don't exist if I didn't buy them. So not much at all. I'm much less likely to fall into that trap if they're not there. And since we live in a loft now, if I have to walk 3 blocks to the nearest market, I would have to walk 3 blocks to the nearest market, and by then I probably just should get the chips. But or I have to walk out of our lofts, down to the parking garage, get in my vehicle, go out the big roll-up door, make a lot of noise, drive somewhere to go get potato chips, and then bring it back, drive back, punch in my code, go up the door, blah, 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 blah. I don't have to have much willpower to not eat the potato chips if I never bought them to start with. And Betty says, or even put it on your grocery list. Yeah, I've never put potato chips on my grocery list. They just always used to hop in my buggy somehow. They just always would hop in there. But anyway, so you don't have to have any willpower for that if you don't already have it in your house. Now, if you have a spouse or a loved one who likes to bring things like that into the house, it also takes 0 willpower to have them keep it somewhere else. I used to have a friend that had a pantry that was locked and only her husband had the key. So that meant she couldn't get in there and eat in it. The kids couldn't get in there and eat stuff. Well, says she's got to scoot. But that was a lot easier for her, because it technically wasn't in the house. If we have a special, John and I have a special friend who loves to bring us very oddly flavored potato chips. And if it's a tiny little bag, we just go ahead and enjoy it. But if it's a big bag, I'll pour out a few, we will enjoy them, and then John knows he has to take them away. They have to go away. So you can't eat what you didn't bring home. So that one I think is a great rule of thumb. Another great rule of thumb, keep a bag packed. So how much willpower does it take for me to go on a spontaneous walk or a spontaneous hike or a little spontaneous exercise trip, or to join somebody? If somebody says, hey, do you want to go walk the zoo today? Or hey, do you just want to go for a walk? Or hey, it's been kind of stressful. Let's just walk to such and such and back. So how much willpower does it take? For me to go to make that decision if I already have a bag packed of the appropriate clothes and a pair of those shoes in my vehicle? Again, not much. So I don't have to have the willpower to go out and do that if I already have what I need already in my vehicle. And yes, at any given moment, if you go and look in my car, I have a bag packed, and it's got, down in the bottom of it, it has knit caps. It has like toboggans, but I know some of y'all think it's a sled. A pair of gloves. It's been 105 degrees up until this week. I haven't needed that, but just in case, if I'm ever in the Arctic tundra and somebody asks me to walk, I'm ready to go. I am ready to go. But it takes 0 willpower to do that if you already have that packed in your car. Just like having the clothes set out and ready to put on. You don't have to untie them, you don't have to unzip them, you don't have to whatever. You're just already ready to put on. It takes 0 willpower to do that when it's already ready to go. This one I try super hard to do. Super hard. Know before you go. So how much willpower does it take to avoid the heavily pointed soup and salad option? Because everybody thinks, oh, soup and a salad, that's not going to be bad. But how much willpower does it take to avoid that if you already know that this restaurant has, let's say, a petite steak, steamed broccoli, and a sweet potato, a baked sweet potato, and the steak's going to taste better anyway? So how much willpower does it have to not choose the soup and salad and to choose the steak, the baked potato, and the broccoli if you already know before you ever left what the points are? Really, this is not hard. This is not hard. It's not rocket science. You can do this. You have to have 0 willpower if you already know what it is, if you already know what your options are before you get there and how many points it is. Plan a treat, and I'm talking way too fast. We may actually finish before 9 tonight, and if we do, I'm just going to say hurrah, because we are exhausted. So I'll actually take that little break if I get done too fast. Actually, I'll take a little water break since I'm talking so fast. Actually, I have a quick question for you all. So speaking about the knowing before you go, have you ever gotten to a restaurant and said, I don't know, whatever, and you pick something, and then when you get home and you go to put the points in, you think, oh wow, I would have really liked to have had X, Y, or Z. If I had known how many points this was, versus how many points this was. Have you ever done that? Have you ever been to a restaurant and thought, wow, I really wish that I had gotten the other thing? Yeah, been there, done that, and try to never do that again. So again, no, just try to find out before you go. And Betty says she always checks out the menus online before she goes. That's a great idea. And if you can't find the exact restaurant on your WW app, oh, hold on, we just got a quick. Ooh, okay, sorry, we just got a quick update from John. He said his dad's doing better tonight. His vitals are good, so maybe we'll get to go to rehab tomorrow. And he says his mom is currently asleep, so because she doesn't sleep. She got up at midnight last night and stayed up the whole rest of the night. So and so his mom is currently sleeping. So he says hello from his temporary home base. So he says hello everybody from his temporary home base. So y'all send John some love, but don't call him or text him because his mom's asleep. Ugh. And Susie says, where can I print tonight's weekly? I just tried it and it's already on next week. So Susie, if you go back and type in part of the, you'll see when you look at it, there's a format on there that tells, kind of, like this week it probably says blah, 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 whatever the link is. And it says the truth about willpower. So the one from last week was, if you're talking about this one, this week it says, I don't remember because I didn't get to print this week's yet. This week is something about, I don't really remember. I was listening, but Alyssa and Casey were talking, Alyssa and Granny were talking. But anyway, for last week, you'll put you'll take out whatever the topic is that's in there right now, and you'll put in the truth about willpower, and it should pop up. Or you can private message Orlando Debbie, and she will tell you because she is a whiz at this. Okay, but you can go to so if you don't know what food to look up, you can go to your weekly and go to your app and go to restaurants. And if you have an Android, it'll be in a different spot. But if you go to restaurants, you can either go to Smart Points or you can go, your Y. That's right, Linda. It is your Y. Or you can go to restaurant name. And if you're going to a restaurant that is not on here, just pick something that's similar. So if you're going to a Mexican restaurant, you can find another Mexican restaurant that'll be similar. If you see things on their virtual menu that look like something that might be at like Applebee's, or that might be at, let me pick something, Ben and Jerry. Anyway, so find, or like Blaze Pizza, something like that. So just go there and you can find something that's similar. So it would be better to choose and track something similar than just to throw caution to the wind. Okay. So the next one is plan a treat. I'm serious. Plan a treat. One treat. So like if I was going to be going to a wedding this week, I would not be planning this treat. If I was planning, which I think we're done with weddings for right now, but if I was planning, if I already had some other event that we were going to, then I would not be planning this treat. But on just a normal, regular week, how much willpower does it take to go ahead and plan a treat for that week? Know that I'm going to enjoy it. So know that it's something that you're going to enjoy. So like if the treat's going to be French fries, don't pick wilty, old, icky, cold French fries. Pick them hot, fresh, whatever. So make it a treat that you know that you're going to enjoy. So how much willpower does it take to go ahead and plan a treat for the week? Know that it's something that you're going to enjoy. Have witnesses if you can. So try to have your treat where there are witnesses involved. I'm serious. This girl has experience with needing witnesses. And record the points ahead of time. Not much. So this one is a lifesaver for me most weeks. Remember all the brownie batter that I was talking about earlier? So if for years and years and years and years, if I did not plan, when I wasn't planning a treat, I'll eat everything else, including brownie batter, including just uncooked brownie batter with a spoon out of the bowl. But if I don't plan a treat and know when I'm having it, how many points it is, and that I can look forward to it, I will eat everything else. Doesn't matter what it is. And I've made some weird concoctions when I couldn't find things. And trying to avoid the treat. So trying to avoid what I should have just planned and eaten anyway. I have made some weird concoctions. You'd be shocked what you can make out of non-treaty things in your house if you get desperate enough. So instead, I just go ahead and plan that treat. The treat. Now, a treat is different from a snack, okay? A snack is something that you could have every single day. So a snack is a banana or a clementine or, maybe a small thing of nuts or something like that. But the Food City that's across the street from us here at Casey Kitchen Center makes the most amazing pistachio muffins, and they make them every single day. So I've started planning and purchasing one. So every Sunday, and this one's a little lopsided today, but I plan for this, and I purchase one because it's something that I absolutely love, and they make them fresh every day. So on Sundays, I go over there before the chat, and I buy one, and I count this as 15 points. I have no idea how many points it is, but I count it as 15. I enjoy it with a hot cup of tea after the chat because I need to wind down. So usually I've been going on a Sunday, and especially right now, this last few weeks, we have been like pow going. So tonight when I get home, I go down, I wind down, and I have a hot cup of tea, and I have my pistachio muffin, and I count it for 15 points, and it makes me happy because I know I'm going to get it every Sunday. I know I love them. They're fresh every single Sunday. So this takes zero willpower. This takes no willpower because I buy one. Okay. They also come in a pack of 4. So I don't have to have any willpower. Zero. This takes zero willpower to purchase one, to know that I'm purchasing one, to know that I'm going to have one at home, and to know that I'm going to have it with my hot cup of tea, and to already be looking forward to it before I have ever left this chat tonight. I have one. If I buy a pack of 4, okay, that's not willpower. That's insanity. So to buy 4 and think that I'm only going to eat one, that's insane. So this is a treat. So plan a treat for yourself. Plan something that's good, that it's fresh, it's fresh and it's good, and it doesn't have to be heavy points. This just happens to be the thing that I enjoy taking home and eating. But again, don't set yourself up for failure by buying a 4-pack of them. Buy one, or whatever the treat size is. Okay. So that's an easy one. So because hashtag I have the power. Okay. The next one is KISS. That old KISS principle. It's the KISS principle. So keep it simple, silly, because we don't use the STUPID word at our house. Okay, so keep it simple, silly. So how much willpower do I need to stay out of this entire bowl of Halloween candy? So this is a huge bowl of assorted Halloween candies. How much willpower do I need to stay out of this entire bowl of Halloween candy? So the double whammy is the outside packages. So the outside packaging is already open. They're already open, and they're already in this bowl. So this is literally an alert, danger, Will Robinson, danger, Will Robinson. So bad. This is already in a container, open, ready to go. This is not willpower. This is, oh my gosh, I've just set myself up. Luckily, I'm not staying with these. Okay, so that's too easy. It's too easy. That's going to get eaten, okay? That's too easy. Okay, but what about this lovely bowl? What about this lovely bowl of pre-prepared, already washed, already cut, already in their little food huggers, which we'll talk about here in just a second. But what about this bowl of freshly prepared fruits and veggies that will be sitting front and center, eye level in my refrigerator? That's going to be super easy. So I'm setting myself up for success by doing this instead of having this candy out. So this has nothing to do with willpower. It has everything to do with preparing yourself. But I want to show you real quick. P.S. These food huggers, I had shown y'all these last week. Oh my gosh. And yes, Betty, they are bright, fun colors. I had to bust into these things. They are adorable. They literally hug your food. Look at that. The little banana is being hugged. This grapefruit also hugged. It hugs the food to help keep it, fresh. A little pepper, a little hugged pepper, a hugged apple. It's so adorable. They're so cute. These are ready to go. These are washed, cut, ready to go. I'm super excited to see how much much fresher and longer these stay in these food huggers than it usually does in opaque containers or in plastic containers. So how much more ready do you think I'm going to be? Again, nothing to do with willpower. This is out. It's colorful. I can see it. It looks exciting. Like I'm getting excited just looking at it. When have you ever gotten excited about grapefruit? I'm sitting here thinking, wow, that would be really sweet if I put some of the new monk fruit that, thank you, Orlando Debbie, that I did finally find. But it's so cute. But these are available on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com if you go to the shop section and go under fruit huggers. Or if you go to KC Kitchen Center and find these under fruit huggers. Super duper cute. Okay, so how much willpower does it take to eat that already ready, already cut up fruit versus the big bowl of candy? Okay, that's not willpower. That's just being smart. That's just being smart. Okay, and then the last thing, which still involves these. Okay, the last thing is because I'm much more likely to eat this than if I have to open it out of a Ziploc bag or out of another container, or whatever. I can just pop this off and eat it because they are ready to go. The last one is, and see, I still managed to talk until 9. And yes, Barbara, I'm still doing purple. But the last thing is to keep some swaps ready in your hip pocket, to keep it in your back pocket. So, thank you, Rita. Rita loves her air fryer. But, I always tell you to keep some things, in your back pocket because you're going to need them sometimes. So, remember all this Halloween candy? Does that mean that I'm not going to enjoy any of the Halloween candy? Absolutely not. I'll end up having some Halloween candy. But, let's see. Let me find it. This fun size Reese's. Look how little this is. So, that is tiny. That fun size Reese's is 4 smart points. It doesn't matter which plane you're on. This fun size Reese's is 4 smart points, and it would take me about 2.2 seconds to eat this. I mean, literally 2.2 seconds. I would have this peeled, eaten, and swallowed in about 2.2 seconds. But, so this is 4 points, but I love Sugar Daddies. You can't eat these things fast. I love them just because I love them, but you cannot eat these fast because they will rip out any fillings you have. They will rip out crown, or probably just rip out your teeth if you tried to eat it too fast. It takes me 2.2 seconds to eat this. I think I timed it. I don't know. It's been a couple of years ago, but I think I timed it. It takes me like 10 minutes to eat one of these. A junior Sugar Daddy is 2 smart points. 2, not 4, 2, and it takes me forever to eat one. Or I also love these caramel apple pops. I don't know if y'all have seen those or not, but it's apple flavored. It's like an apple flavored sucker, and then it has caramel on the inside. And I only ever see these. They might have them year round. I don't need them year round, but I only see them at Halloween. These are 3. Also takes forever to eat one of those. So just have some smart swaps ready and know, yeah, I'm probably not going to eat that one Reese's cup for 4 smart points. That's going to take me 2 seconds and it'll be gone and done. I think I'm going to spend either 10 seconds. I'm going to spend 2 minutes, 10 minutes, or really even longer and have a 2-point junior Sugar Daddy or a 3-point caramel apple pop. So those are smart swaps. The last smart swap I want to tell you about, this is mind-blowing to me every time I do it, and it is hashtag bulk it up. So this snack size bag of Reese's Pieces, there's not that many in here. I'm not going to open it and show you because then it's open and it'll go in my mouth. So that's not very many. It is 0.49 ounces. It's not even a half of an ounce. So this snack size Reese's Pieces is 6 smart points. There's nothing in there. There's hardly anything in here. 6 smart points. That would blow my budget because once I ate one of these, I mean, listen, that's nothing. Once I ate one of these, I'd be grabbing a second one and a third one because eating one of these would just make me mad. That would seriously just make me mad. And that would be 6 points, 12 points, 18 points before I knew it. And so that would be 3 wasted instead of my 15-point muffin that I love, love, love. This would just be wasted. So instead, what you can do is you can take an air fryer baked apple. So you can take any apple, core it. The air fryer baked apple recipe is already on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. Go ahead and cook it in your air fryer. That's why it's an air fryer baked apple. you can add 1 scoop. So and 1 ice cream scoop is 1/4 of a cup. You could add 1/4 of a cup of like Halo Top vanilla, Enlightened vanilla, something like that. Usually 1/4 of a cup, if it's just plain vanilla, is usually it's like a 1/4 of a cup of plain vanilla for one of those is usually a point. Then chop these up while this is still warm, while the air fryer baked apple is still warm. Put that ice cream on top, chop some of these up and sprinkle them on top. That would be a 7-point dessert. Oh my gosh. How decadent would that be? How yummy would that be? You would still be eating your 1 little bag of Reese's Pieces, but you would be spending 6 points on the Reese's Pieces, 1 point, 1 maybe 2 points on the 1/4 of a cup of Halo Top or whatever, and an air fryer baked apple, and it would be a full-size apple. It would be delicious, it would be decadent, and it would take you a little while to eat it. So that's one great idea. If you need it to be more simple, if you don't have time to cook something, everybody has time to make this. Even me with the schedule that we have right now, I even have the time to make this. Remember the bananas that we cut and put the little food huggers on them? Take one of the bananas, preferably take a whole banana, cut it in half, put on, so a banana is 0 points, cut it in half, put some, so you take a banana, cut it in half, put on some kind of powdered, like a tablespoon of like powdered peanut powder or almond powder, put some of that on there, cut it in half, sprinkle some of this on there, then give it a couple of squirts of, if y'all have not seen these, Hershey's has caramel flavored, they have caramel flavored whipped topping, and they also have Hershey's chocolate flavored whipped topping. It is 1 point per tablespoon. Yeah, Debbie just said Lily's has peanut butter chips that are sugar free. They absolutely do. And if you just had to have your Reese's Pieces, then you could sprinkle these on top. So you could have a banana sundae, or banana split. So you could have a banana split with a banana, some powdered peanut butter or some powdered almond butter, some caramel or some chocolate Hershey's whipped topping, and your 6 points worth of Reese's Pieces. And again, banana split, 7-8 points. It's going to be huge. It's going to be huge, huge. And you're going to love it so much more than just the little 6-point bag of Reese's Pieces. So, okay, I did manage to talk until 9 o'clock. So I'm going to let y'all go, and I'm leaving the Halloween candy here at Casey Kitchen Center so that I am not tempted to eat it when I get home. Don't forget to do your homework. Y'all have an awesome and amazing week. I'm going to go home and enjoy my cup of hot tea and my well-deserved muffin. We have worked hard today. Keep praying for Poppy. Keep praying for John. He is exhausted. He won't admit it to you, but he is exhausted. But y'all have a great week. And if you're watching this on YouTube, please do not forget. And if you're not watching this on YouTube, you really should be. You really should be watching these on YouTube, because we really need to be watching these on YouTube and sharing them with people who don't have a meeting place to go to. But if you're watching this on YouTube, up here is the next video. Just go ahead and let it roll over. There's 195 of them now, at least. So go ahead and let it roll over. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and click down here and hit the subscribe button, and go ahead and click that little bell so you'll know when the next video comes up. You'll be alerted. And if you want to order one of our lovely Spreadshirt items, the aprons, baseball caps, they have water bottles, they have everything. You can pick your own. That little button is over here. But in the meantime, the rest of y'all have a great week. Thank you again so much for letting me come and spend time with you and be away from all the insanity, because this is my normal time. So y'all have a great week. I can't wait to see what you come up with. I can't wait to see what your homework is that you come up with. And I just appreciate you. So I'll see you next week. Have a great week. Bye.